Now he's all set up, and now his arms can be manipulated via the direct selection tool, the black arrow. And when it comes to manipulating his appendages now, if you want them to rotate together, zoom in there, then you just grab them and move them that way. If you move the top one or the master or the parent, it's going to move the whole thing, or you can use these circles to rotate at joints. I mean, if you press Shift, it'll limit it to whatever link you've got selected. So if you press Shift, if you don't press Shift, it's going to manipulate them both. If you press Shift, it's just going to manipulate that joint. So it's like using that circle. Okay, so it's just pretty nifty. So why don't you spend some time animating this guy and see how it works firsthand. Just press F5 and get him to the position you want to. So let's say I want his arm up here. Alright, so press return, it should tween that up. There is some editing that you can do. If you look at your armature that you've set up, you can't click and change the position of these joints via the black arrow tool, the direct selection tool. However, it utilizes the rotation point of your shape. So if you go back to the free transform tool, and if you can take a look at that little white dot, that's the registration of the rotation point. If you move it, the armature's joint will move with that. So if we go back to notice that our joint has moved. It's going to look a little strange here, but if you wanted it to move that position, you just need to move that little white dot via the free transform tool. Move that back. So there's the joint. Okay, so you can manipulate that point of rotation by adjusting that white dot. Now I've got this pretty messed up. To just remove the bone tool, period. Like you say, okay, I didn't do a very good job, so I want to redo that. If you right-click this kind of tween timeline area, and you say remove armature, it will take that back to default. And then you could reset up your bone structure there. So that's a bit of editing that can be done. Producing a kind of a puppet character is only one of the possibilities. I mean, if you've got anything with multiple connections, it's going to be far easier to animate using this bone tool than just trying to tween it out piece by piece, layer by layer. So that's the bone tool in a nutshell. Happy animating.